In the heart of colonial India, the children of the tribals there did not fear the wild animals that roamed, but they feared those who prowled their sacred lands in uniform. The British Army, wretches who upon the very whisper of freedom would silence that voice with a bullet. The British Raj first took the land, then they took the grain, and finally they came for the forests, declaring ancient lands as crown property, banning the tribals from their own survival. No more fruit gathering, no more cattle grazing. Even the sacred Podu cultivation was criminalized. In these forests, a fire was born. Amongst these hills, a young boy would ride his uncle's horses deep into the forest, visiting tribe after tribe, learning their pain, carving maps into his heart, and silently growing into the warrior that he would one day become. His name was Shri Alluri Sitarama Raju. He saw the sorrow of the Koya people, honest, proud, and God-fearing. For a young man, he himself was already deeply spiritual. He travelled extensively to Gangotri, where the Ganga is born, to Nasik, where the Godavari begins. He was seeking the truth. The truth that he encountered was brutal. The empire had shackled all of India. He returned home, but he wasn't the same. He had decided to become a monk, a sadhu, living in caves, surviving on fruits and honey, giving back more than he took. They say that he could heal with herbs, that his touch could cure, that no bullet could touch him. Myths surrounded him now, not because he fed them, but because he lived them. For the tribals, he wasn't just a man. Sri Alluri Sita Raju was a God-sent savior. Seeing the plight of the tribes increasing, he asked the British for justice. They turned their backs on him, ignoring his voice. So he decided to change his language. In August 1922, he led 500 tribal warriors into battle. Warriors he had trained himself. They stormed several British police stations at Chintapalli, Krishnadevapeta and Rajavomangi. They seized muskets, Lee-Enfield rifles and thousands of rounds of ammunition. After every victory, he'd leave a signed note in the station diary. "We have taken your weapons. We are here now. Stop us, if you can." He taught his warriors the strategy of guerrilla warfare, strategy that he had plotted carefully basis his understanding of the forest with surgical precision. These forests were his fortress, the hills his allies, and the people his army. For 2 years, the British tried tracking him, tracing his paths through the wilds, cornering him the best they could. They couldn't. They needed a traitor. In 1924, they found a rat, whose squeaks led the British to a quiet village, Koyeru. Sri Alluru was unarmed, alone, and yet when they surrounded him, he stood tall, as if facing men half his size. They chained him like a beast, dragged him through the forest that he'd protected, and without trial, they on the spot shot him mercilessly. Though he became a martyr at only 27, he gave birth to something eternal. Tribal people across India would invoke his name, a symbol of bravery and pride. His forest-based guerrilla tactics would echo in freedom movements from Chittagong to Telangana. He would inspire generations of activists to lead with principle and purpose. The monk and warrior of India's march to freedom, Sri Alluri Sitarama Raju.